So, welcome to a new feature on my channel, which will be going out every single morning at 7:30 from now until the end of the transfer window. I'm sure at the end of the transfer window, we are either going to be absolutely steaming with anger, or we're going to be over the moon that we've gone out and spent some proper money on some proper players and binned all the garbage at the football club. Today we have been linked with quite a few players actually. Nothing fairly new in there, but I'll come on to that in a minute. I want to start with the main story that broke last night, yesterday afternoon actually, sort of early evening time, and that was that Mesut Ozil wants to see out the last 2 years of his contract at Arsenal. Quite funny that he's saying this. I mean, he's on £350,000 a week, as we all know. He lives in one of the best cities in the world, and he's married to Miss Turkey. So why wouldn't he? Why would he want to move? Why would he want to move? Let's be real. Man's chilling. Man's getting 70 bags a day. Why would you want to move anywhere else? But he was actually doing an interview with Sky Sports. He said, absolutely, I've got 2 more years on my contract. I don't know after that, but I've definitely got 2 more years left. Asked if he's happy in London. Yeah, why not? I'm 30 years old. I've still got years in front of me, but that is also up to the club as well. But I do have 2 years left. He was then asked about his issues with Unai Emery, if there is any. He said, no, got no issues with the manager whatsoever. I fully expected him to say that. I didn't expect him to come out and say they've been arguing or had a couple of bust-ups this season. Standard PR stuff. I want to play every single match, but sometimes it's hard because I'm injured. But yeah, he's basically saying that he's quite happy to stay at Arsenal Football Club for the next 2 years. Now, I've never seen in 36 years of my life a more a player that divides opinion more than this guy. Personally, I don't rate him. I don't get the hype around him. I think that when he does play well, he is a good footballer and very technically gifted at times. For me, doesn't score enough goals as an attacking midfielder, gets a free rein defensively, where he doesn't have to track back so much. And basically, I just don't get it. I don't get the hype. I genuinely don't. But obviously, a lot of people do. And that's fair enough. You know, at the end of the day, we've all got a different opinion on players and managers and football in general, really. But the fact that this guy is 30 years old, the fact that he is our top earner, the fact he can't play away games because he never turns up in them, we're paying a hell of a lot of money out for a footballer that can only play half a season, and that's if he's fit, because obviously he can only play home games. But I don't know. I don't know whether we're going to sell him. Me personally, I'd get rid of him, but leave it down in the comment section down there. Let me know if you'd get rid of him. If so, why? Would it be for the same reasons I've just listed? But yeah, he is also in the headlines again, along with Mkhitaryan and Mustafi. There's another report, different article, saying that we are looking to offload them free as a main priority. Obviously, like I've said, 350 grand a week for Mesut Ozil. They're reporting Mkhitaryan's on 180. I reckon it's a bit more than that, but I'll go with that. And then Mustafi on 90 grand a week. That frees up over £600,000 in weekly wages. £600,000. Now, that going forward, if you got that off the books, you could genuinely go out there and buy 4 players on 150 grand a week. 4 players, you could cover your defence all in one hit. You could go and buy a right back to cover Bellerin, 2 centre backs, and go and buy another left back, or even a midfielder, a winger, or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll see what happens. That one's going to run all summer. For me personally, the first player out the door has got to be Mustafi out of them 3. Absolute liability as a footballer. Now let's get on to some players we're actually linked with. Do you remember back in January, the PSG player Nkunku? I hope I've pronounced his name correctly. His contract expires next summer, next June. He is out of contract. So this summer, he is going into the final year of his contract. Emery worked with him before when he was the PSG manager, and it was actually Unai Emery that gave him his debut for PSG, bringing him up from the academy there, letting him play in the first team, and he played quite a few games for PSG. He's still in and around the squads on match days now, still plays a few games. The reported fee for this player is £17 million. He's 21 years old, so Personally, I think that's a no-brainer. That's going to run and run and run as it did all January. And we're going to see a lot of these names that we're linked to in January coming back up again in the summer, because a lot of these journalists get fed information by agents, by players, and some of them just purely make it up. So, to be honest, until deals are done, take everything with a pinch of salt. But I'm just going to give you what I see and my thoughts on what I see. So yeah, give me yours back, and we'll have a chat about it in the comments section. I'm all up for that. Keeps the content going, and makes the summer go a little bit quicker, doesn't it, without any European competitions like World Cups and championships and stuff like that. So it's going to be a boring summer this year, that's for sure. Another player that we are linked with, and this one did make me chuckle. This was Toby Alderweireld from Tottenham Hotspur. Again, another one who's going into the last year of his contract. The fee on this one's reported around 22 to 25 million pounds. This would be Sol Campbell Mark II. I would absolutely wet myself if we went and signed Alderweireld. I watched him the other night when they played in the Champions League against Ajax, and let's be real, he's still a top draw centre-back. I know they got the runaround in the first half. Second half, I thought they were a lot better, and he was part of that. He also took out Vertonghen, ended up with him going off the pitch with concussion, smashed up nose, claret everywhere. But he had a couple of really good chances in that game from headers in the box. One of them I thought it was going to loop in, it just went onto the top of the net. But for me, he is a proper centre-back. Yes, I know he's got an injury record. Yes, I know he's knocking on in terms of age. But we just need proper centre-backs that want to defend. And until he got his big injury last season, I actually thought that he was the best centre-back in the league. Obviously, Van Dijk's kicked on leaps and bounds since then, and I think it's a non-contest now. Van Dijk is definitely the best centre-back in the Premier League. But Toby Alderweireld, 1 year left on his contract, 22 to 25 million pound. That would test the resolve of Tottenham Hotspur, what with having £1 billion worth of new stadium up now. I'd go and put the offer in, test him, see what happens. Would he leave there to come to us for Europa League football? Who knows? Would he leave to come to us for Champions League football? Well, that could be a better proposition. Obviously, Tottenham don't ever win anything. We do. So who knows? I know we're not great like we used to be, but we still tick over with trophies here and there. Who knows? That's going to run all summer as well. I'm sure Man United will be in for him as well. And partner him next to Socrates. I think that would be a good centre-back pairing in a two. Rob Holding coming back from injury, you could put all three of them there. And I think that would make us a lot better because, like I said, Mustafi, liability. Another player we've been linked with, again, a centre-back. And this is one that we played against last Sunday, and that is Harry Maguire. Time after time after time, he was just mopping up long balls from Arsenal defenders and midfielders, hoofing it long up to Aubameyang and Lacazette, mopping it up, walking out of defence and pinging it straight down the wing to Chilwell. Or Pereira on the other side. I think he's a good footballer. Whether he's good enough to go up a next level or 2 levels, I'm not so sure. But I am sure that he is a very good centre-back. And he's a ball-carrying centre-back. So, like I said about Rob Holding, if Rob Holding's back and fit, that's a ball-carrying centre-back. Stick Socrates in the middle, put Harry Maguire the other side. You've now got a ball carrier either side of a throwback to an old-school centre-back that just wants to defend. That could be something going forward that we could look at, but that's going to cost a lot of money. We're probably talking double Alderweireld type of money, 50 million plus, I'd imagine. And again, Leicester have just got Brendan Rodgers there. They're doing well. Obviously, we see that at the weekend when they absolutely played us off the park. And this is a team that have gone from winning a title with hardly any possession, like 40% possession, to dominating Arsenal with 70% possession. That is what Brendan Rodgers brings, and that is what having ball-carrying centre-backs that are confident on the ball when you want to play that possession football can bring to your team. Somebody I would definitely look at, somebody I'd be open to having at Arsenal. Whether we would spend that sort of money on him and whether he is good enough for that sort of money when there's other players out there, I don't know. But again, all of these players. One more centre-back, and the last one I'm going to talk about, Kurt Zuma. For me, I don't want this geezer anywhere near Arsenal Football Club. He's at Everton at the moment. Obviously, he's played against us again recently, kept a clean sheet against us. But I don't want him at Arsenal. Not Arsenal quality. Weren't Chelsea quality, so why should we have him? End of debate on that one. That's the transfer rumours for now. Let me know your thoughts on all of that. Leave it in the comments section down below. Don't forget, go and check out my preview and my press conference reaction that I posted yesterday for the Valencia game this evening. Today, I will be putting out a starting 11 reaction live video at 7 o'clock, 5 to 7-ish, with the breaking news of the starting 11 for the game. I will also be doing my review straight after that game, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Until later on this evening, I'm out of here. Laters, peeps.